Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. We're off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 on a Winter Semoski. We shall be watching SturmtigerGiap here fighting for the Soviet Union and the 2nd Guards Tank Corps rolling out here versus Ozena, fighting for the 3rd Panzer Division, tasked with holding up this series of villages until an Infantry division can relieve them. And they can be shifted off to another part of the front line. But can the 2nd Guards Tank Corps shatter it and turn the tide, and thus also disable a vital part of the German defences? But there we go, conscripts up here. Commanders are shock rifle, guard motor, Soviet industry, fancy, versus Luftwaffe supply, assault support, and elite troops. Been a bit wild since we've actually seen the elite troops. That'll be interesting to see if that happens or what actually happens. Grenadier here arriving for Ozena. No tagging research buildings or anything so far here for Giap. He's heading pretty hard left here towards the fuel point there. Not bad. Certainly means there's only one angle to defend from in terms of the fuel point, or at least some lesser, so that could work.
This territory is ours.
We'll of course have to see how it works out, but there we go, securing the fuel point. More conscripts on the way here. Grenadier here, an MG40 shot pretty rapidly here for Ozena. That is interesting. Lugging the rather, well, semi-heavy tripod along.
Objective secured. We will defend.
There was actually 2 tripods essentially for the MG42. There was one was called the Lafette, and there was also one more specifically meant for actually shooting down aircraft that also looked a bit more stilty and silly. Securing the cut-off point there, setting up gunners here to keep things covered, ensuring the pioneers don't get surprised. Not a bad move. Gunners are arriving. Shifting the MG42, and just as that happens, he's going to get caught out here by the conscripts in the building, kicking the door in and smashing the windows. The MG42 caught him with them. He should quickly actually shift the conscripts out and rush the MG42 actually, otherwise he's actually going to be in a losing proposition here, because there's only one guy who can shoot out the window. And compared to how much the MG42 can shoot back, that's going to be not very well. So pulling up behind here, gunners moving up, realising what's going on, they quickly shift into the squad up there from right hand side. Not bad. Taking up position in the church, taking up position there, and again the MG42 fires away. More gunners arriving, and again getting out the back door. Yuri, why do we keep going in there? There's an MG42 on the other side.
We have it.
Because the boss says so. Well, there you go, guys, moving in, coming out of for the conscripts. Bit out in the open, in fact, that's a bit of a bad position there for Ozena. He's coming in for enough conscripts here, although do suffer a bit, he's also under fire from the church. And again, the MG42 fires into that little spot there. Securing the left-hand side there largely, right-hand side falling into German hands. Quickly popping in here. There's a slight thing to note about this position. I mean, you actually have to wall do, otherwise you can't get out of it. And in theory, if someone flops a Molotov or something like a grenade, that could easily end up very ugly. But there we go. Realise what happens. Shifts back. MG42 shifting over here as well. So far, so interesting. Definitely not your usual sort of Simwaski play, or at least not something I've seen in some time. It's definitely interesting. We're noting here 5 conscript squads here for SturmtigerGiap. I mean, he's really going heavily in with infantry. Pouring them out and whipping them forwards, possibly. Snipers there arriving for Ozena. Conscripts flanking in. Nice job, though. At the same time, the grenadiers, if they position them properly, they could actually do some damage to the conscripts. But no, we do see these quickly shift. Then again, that leaves things open here for a push. But we also know, he actually does have Molotov, so never mind. But he doesn't have the munitions for it. Could mines been laid down, or what has happened with these munitions? Has he already? No, that's a flamethrower. So actually, he might have slightly made his Molotovs, at least for a brief period of time, irrelevant. But there we go. That's the option. There we go. A frangible of Theory Doom. Shifting back here. We do see that Ozena's position is getting more and more dire by the moment. Giap is closing his grip of Soviet wrath around him. Ready to strangle. Snipers there's moving up. Sharpshooter already 2 kills to his name. And Pioneers are flanking, trying to catch the conscript right there. Nice job, but then again getting caught a bit on the open. Conscript taking up position here. Pioneers in the deep snow might want to consider getting out though, unless they want to get stuck in the deep snow rather permanently. Until the spring comes and they unthaw. But so far, Giap has been able to keep up the pressure. He's actually kept Ozena occupied a bit here, gaining most of the map and thus gaining a small resource advantage to a certain extent. Though that's not to say Ozena's not be gaining anything at all.
The enemy has us ranged.
Actually, if you note, they actually have the same amount of resource income, so that is, in fact, perhaps a bit unexpected at the moment. Either way, the pressure is being kept up here.
You have orders?
No building so far here for Giap. No commander chosen either. Scoped, give air 43 here, continue to snipe away. And we could be seeing a bit of taking up going up here for Ozena and the 3rd Panzer Division. Also, fun fact, at the same time there also existed a 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division as well. Was a bit unusual like that, in fact. There are a few cases where that was actually, well, the case. Sniper there, snapping away. 10 kills so far, Russians backing up the back door. Having though denied the field for a bit here. Lovely work that.
Engineer standing by.
Still not taking up.
Waiting for your
Securing
command.
points. Like to make a nice combination. We're also noting here a bunker up. Could that be a command bunker, an MG bunker, or maybe a medic bunker? Though that would be a bit rarer. Last time I saw that happening, in fact, was Spartan, I believe. Otherwise, most players don't tend to set a medic bunker up that close to the front. They tend to keep them at their base. Now, it's not to say a medic bunker up close to the front is a bad idea, but usually it's not where you'd see it. Sniper continuing to fight. 11 kills. Trying to maneuver around him, good job there but at the same time his force are a bit lagging. There go medics quickly moving about, healing up the Truppen, although they are a bit low on numbers. Still, should be able to turn the tides that way. And what is this? What is this? Mittlere Schützenpanzerwagen, here's a ride for the Panzer Division. Falling forwards. Also a little fun fact, usually would only be 1 battalion in the entire division that would be actually equipped with half-track, the rest would usually be on trucks. As the war progressed, there would be a larger chance of them actually being on something like, say, bicycles. It's a little fun fact, but usually again, 1st Battalion, a few divisions were an exception, actually had full half-tracks for every battalion. Some didn't even have that. Panzer Grenadier divisions rarely had half-tracks, though, mind you. They go take up position here, but still having something to support the troops lying into reinforce. That is definitely something also more akin to a combo that Barton actually used. And again, he's pretty much the only one I really remember having used that. Maybe Ozena is emulating that, or maybe he just came to it on his own. I mean, it's not exactly that unique either, but it's definitely a bit rare. But it's definitely creating a bit of a strong front here for Ozena, also allowing him something that can quickly shift around and keep his forces moving. Heavy mortar fire going here, so a heavy mortar is arrived for Giap. Bombarding away. Good to run for the sniper, giving him the incendiary explosive rounds. The B-Patronen. Killing, oh, not even killing the medics actually. But there go, pushing the assault here, half-track flying support there.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Forcing away some mortar crew, constantly taking up positions there. Oops, reinforcing.
Squad standing by.
Still doing his best to deny Ozena ground, territory and resources. Good, good. I mean, he's using his larger infantry force around there, though Ozena is leveraging his support units well. And now with the half-track as well, of course, he's going to be much harder to push off the field. Plus, of course, he's going to have something that can provide quite a nice little deluge of bullets and support of his troops as well. So Roy does give Ozena a bit of a nice force in, because it seems like he is aiming here for the T-3045s. He's not going to be going for any support buildings or something like that, which is in fact going to give Ozena a bit more of an advantage as long as he plays correctly. We do see some guardsmen arriving, so of course he's hoping to play sort of out aggressively with lots of infantry, that way sort of pour in from a lot of angles, trying to make it harder for Ozena to hold things off. Flamethrower dropped here apparently, looks like the Combiniers have given him their last. Mine went off though somewhere, or maybe a heavy mortar round, and my guys are fighting from the building. As it goes on fire, they fire a flamethrower. You know, Heinz, I don't think this is very safe. Who cares about safe? Do you want a bullet in your face? He could consider... Oh, popping over to Ozena. DP's up there, by the way. Although at the same time, I was just about to say he could consider some light machine guns for his grenadiers.
We are ready.
The grenadiers, by the way, here with the flamethrower will have the advantage up close versus the conscripts with their poached Flammenwerfer. Guardsmen need to be careful, though they're actually quite out in the open. Low on health as well. A few shots there. Oh, wiped out. A loss there for the Guards tank corps. Usual difference between a Guards unit and a regular unit. I can vary a bit between apparently different sources and such. I mean, some will say there wasn't actually any difference. Some will say there was a huge difference. Likely the reality is somewhere there's a small difference in between. Usually they'd have a bit better equipment, a slight higher allocation of troops. But usually, I mean, to a large extent, Guards was basically just an honorific. It wasn't like, say, you know, they were specifically raised as an elite division, for example. That was something more the Germans actually did. With units like the CoH2 Deutschland and the Panzers, for example, and the SS. Well, some of them. Others were less of that persuasion. That is something there to keep in mind. But I have seen people state that, well, some, that basically Guards meant nothing in terms of equipment or training. And probably training had nothing to do with it, but even then, better equipment and a slightly higher location of men can always make a difference. For example, the Waffen SS divisions usually actually had much higher allocation of troops throughout the war, whereas most regular army divisions, for example, would have 2 battalions, SS would have 3 battalions per regiment, which actually make quite a difference, and it's one usually slightly ignored in most sort of more casual historical things. But Panzers here charging forward. It's a bit of a bold maneuver crossing the open like that. We do see the Panzers end up getting punished pretty hard, so that I think was a bit of a bad move there by Ozena, to be honest. His Panzer is paying the ultimate price in the service of Deutschland. And I think he could have done a bit better there, personally. That, of course, is just my opinion. Going up here, guys, can't take 5 5 there from the heavy mortar. Need to be a bit careful here. Bit of machine gun fire there. Still no structures again. It seems very clear that he's aiming for some T-34 flash. At the same time, though, no commander here for Ozena. I mean, he could easily go for something. I mean, elite troops would give him some things. Again, assault support the same. I mean, the old kit would offer him some quite interesting options, but so far he seems to be ignoring them. At the same time, though, Ozena's now really beginning to get a hold of the map. Panzer Grenadiers reinforcing.
The enemy is taking our territory.
No mines, by the way, here for him, and no light machine guns either. I do think he should try and aim for that. Snipers, though, continuing to keep up here a very nice job there. Close to actually 29 kills already. And Giap basically trying to sort of move across the field that way, perhaps forcing Ozena to spread out his troops. Then again, with the half-track, he does possess the potential of creating a rapid reaction force that can handle such a thing and quickly bring down an overwhelming amount of firepower in a small spot. So the question is, of course, will Ozena be aiming for that or what?
Grenadier squad at full strength. The sharpshooter.
It looks like he's forced back here. The Grenadiers continue to take loss despite reinforcement. No sign of like the machine gun gewehr. And there we go, Veteran 2. Increased rate of fire amongst other things, I believe. And can see farther than ever.
We are losing a sector.
Another guard squad there arriving for Giap. Defenders of the motherland and the Soviet way. Quick grenade there. Fragmentation, and the Grenadiers did not accept in time that they took minimal damage. Heavy mortar though quickly follows up and almost changes that. They quickly get into the half track, in fact. Nice move there. Guardsmen though finally get away in time so they do not suffer the same fate as their brethren, who end up shedding their blood permanently. Oh, heavy damage to the Grenadiers, they quickly forced away. Very close to losing a veteran to the Grenadiers squad. That would definitely hurt Ozena at this stage of the fight. We see the sniper here rather boldly going in on his own. Might be able to actually stop that conscript squad, but then again looks like he's being a bit careful here. Conscripts roaring in, they might try and catch the sniper. The sniper cautiously moving through the ditch. And incendiary round, wiping out 3 conscripts, stunning the rest, who completely lose their nerve, and apparently the rifles for a brief moment, as they see a man bursting their comrades into flames with a shot. What wizardry is this? But hey, Multi continuing to fight. Support armor corps, by the way, has arrived, and we do see a Panzer coming here. Panzers here, finishing off the rest here of the sniper with the Sturmgewehrs. Gutes Arbeiten, Leute.
You have orders?
Things are definitely heating up here against Giap as we see Ozena's force growing a bit more in terms of capabilities, thus pushing further pressure upon Giap's Truppen, although at the same time commander points are getting closer there to the 9, which means a potential here for the T-35 to arrive soon. In that department, I mean, he's only got 1 Panzer IV, his opponent will probably have a lot more resources, and of course will be aiming for 2 T-35s, and 1 Panzer IV will struggle against that. So he might want to consider some support for the Panzer IV, or at least getting a Stug out. I mean, he certainly should be... Oh, you do see a lot of machine gun up finally, by the way. But considering what he's seen there, his guardsmen and heavy mortars, he should be expecting T-35 since he's always, otherwise only seen conscripts. And he should also have an idea of how close the command points are. Having looked at his own command points, I mean, they don't always follow exactly. I mean, sometimes you can advantage and vice versa, but you should probably still be expecting that somewhere there's a chance it will soon happen. So he does need to be a bit careful. Medic bunker probably still doing a great job there, keeping Ozena's Soldaten alive. Looks like fresh conscripts arrives. He's seemingly only interested in having 1 guard squad at any time. Otherwise he could have replaced one of those lost conscript squad with that. Panzer is suffering a rapid loss, but pulling back here, perhaps into some heavy cover. No. Panzer IV ready. Pintermatter machine gun on survey. He could aim for a Stug right now. That would provide him with perhaps sufficient firepower to repel the T-35s at the current moment, alongside his Panzer IV. But looks like he might be trying to aim here for the 2nd Panzer IV. And there go 9 command points. The T-35s could be very soon. He's certainly got the fuel for it. He just needs the manpower. Panzer IV doing what he can here to punish, but again, get the Stug, Ozena. Deutschland needs it. They're going to be laying down a murderous volley of death and woe against their opponents. So now he needs to be careful around all the other units. He can get hit by a stray mortar round if he's not careful. Panzer IV moving up here. Guardsmen finally forced to vacate. They could take a heavy loss. Nope, truck got blown up. Yuri will miss that truck.
Capture complete. Standing by.
And that MG42 is barely held up at all. Troops reinforcing. Very close there. Half a minute more. Panzer IV White might want to consider some reinforcements. Or repairs. And he can call in the 2nd Panzer IV now. Still no commander though. Still no commander choice. I'm a bit disappointed then. Ozena, to be fair. There you go. Well, not to be fair, but to be honest. I suppose it might all be fair to say I'm disappointed. Anyways, 2nd Panzer IV on the way. Certainly took him long enough. T-35s could arrive any mode. There we go. 2 T-35s, and currently that 1 Panzer IV will not be able to withstand that kind of firepower. They have more durability. I don't believe they have as much armor though, but still, durability, good penetration, of course good damage. That 1 Panzer IV will not stand a chance, in particular if marked vehicle goes off as well, in which case that Panzer IV is going to go into flames faster than a Sherman. Panzer IV needs to pull back, zurückfallen. And there we go, marked vehicle increasing. And of course, note he's driving up close to sort of get the most out of his penetration, ensuring the Panzer IV's less chance of bouncing a shot. Incendiary arm rounds here doing a bit of light damage. Not an awful lot. Panzer IV goes off as well. But overall, that was pretty unpleasant right there. He did lose his Panzer IV without doing a lot of damage there. 2 Giap T-35s. Half track went down as well. Panzer near taking severe losses to its vehicle pool. 2nd Panzer IV moving up. Man engaging up between Pioneers. The Pioneers couldn't get guarded there by the conscripts. Giap is now really sort of laying in with his T-35s. If only he had had a Stug earlier. his Panzer IV might have had a better chance with his high rate of fire and range to sort of support the Panzer IV. Troops getting murdered. Squads getting wiped out, in fact. Giap is on the offensive once more, ready to push the 3rd Panzer Division out. Getting Panzer here for the Panzergrenadiere. And getting a pack, about time. And we're seeing elite Truppen going up here. Das Elite Soldaten. Die Besten in die Welt. Panzers might want to consider getting out of range of the T-30-45 want to produce their mixed Panzer 6 the best effect. In fact, he's taking them out to the medic bunker. Self-repairs there done. One of the advantages of the T-34 series was they were actually quite easy to maintain. They were hardly very advanced tanks in some regards, in terms of mechanics and all that. Lots of rockets, lots of death, heavy mortar round. Ooh. That was a bit lucky there for Ozena, and that usually ended up a lot more luckily. T-35's continuing the pressure here. Panzer here doing a good job, but taking heavy damage. Mortar round takes it out. Being also one gun squad rather in a poor condition. Heavy losses here for the 3rd Panzer Division as the 2nd Guards Tank Corps continues the pressure.
Sniper here.
Sniper, 1 kill away from Veterancy 3. And a very comfortable lifestyle far away from the enemy, but still within range to shoot him.
Finally rewarded for my skills.
And there we go, Veterancy 3, 47 kills. Another conscript biting the dust. T-30-45 shifting around. The other one also being self-repaired. Looks like he's spending most of his munitions towards that. Tactic time to shift over to Giap, and actually time for the mid-game analysis. Counter situation here, Ozena is a bit on the back foot. Giap, having played a rather delayed game in some regards in terms of taking and all that, has finally gotten a bit of a upper hand here with his T-30-45s. Sadly, Ozena, well, apparently having all the sort of evidence provided, rather apparently felt he could do it with just some Panzer IVs and didn't really feel that, you know, the T-30-45s might arrive before that happened. He's been a bit punished now and he's a bit on the back foot. He's holding the village centre, he's got some packs out in the Panzer IV, but at the same time, the T-30-45s, if attacking from the correct angle, could clear up the Pack 40 and then deal with the Panzer IV at their own leisure. Those tanks should not be underestimated. They can be quite nasty with that 85mm gun. Giap overall holding most of the map. He does not lay down any mines. Of course, again, all munitions going towards self-repair or marked vehicle. So it does give Ozena some chance here. But for Giap, a part of me really wants him to get some sort of taking now. But of course, at this moment, it would cost him a lot more resources. And I imagine he's just going to keep playing at this, in which case he does need to be a bit more careful with his T-30-45s. He should try to sort of use the terrain to sort of get them close as possible to his opponent, and of course keep manoeuvring around. No head-on assaults, and generally he should probably try to avoid attacking from here and here. I mean, if possible, he should attack from here or sort of a longer route here and get behind the opponent's position. Of course, you can clear out that medic bunker. That would definitely be grand. Another Guards Infantry squad might also be an idea, and for that matter, I mean, if he is going to play for doctrinal armour, a fuel cache would be a nice idea on top of everything as well. And in the end, I mean, he's going to need some engineers because ultimately he can't keep relying on self-repairs to get his tanks working. As for Ozena, I mean, he could try and play for the Tigers. That might have a chance again if the T-35s grow in numbers. And with marked vehicle, the Tigers could go down, so there's definitely some things to take precautions for. Otherwise, I'd suggest getting maybe a Stug. He could, of course, try another Panzer IV, working them together. Also, a pair of Stugs could also do quite excellently. More infantry, considering the losses he just suffered, would not be a bad idea either. And some Teller mines around here, or maybe here, would also be a prudent choice. He should consider working either towards this point or this point, though rather soon. That way gaining some nice map control back and also getting victory points more in his favour. But back to SturmtigerGiap and back to the fight.
Fresh Guards troops are standing by.
Then the Guard squad, they're arriving.
Workers of the Soviet Union. Ready.
Waiting for your command.
Panzer 4 rolling out again, noting no Pentamounted machine gun this time around.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Note that he's always keeping the Pak 40 close to the Panzer 4 ready to support it. Not taking any chances there, it would seem. But at the same time, of course, it does leave him a bit open there to get hit from another side. We do see Giap is on the move here. Dealing with heavy mortar. And there you go, constant rushing, trying to disable that engine. Rushing up infantry support, the T-35 there. And he's making a bit of a mistake there, crossing the open versus the T-35 that could be some easy targets. Comes there taking a few shots over the Panzer 4 as they try to get into a house, perhaps to disable that Panzer 4. Rather large cluster of troops here. That's rather dangerous. I mean, one good hit from the mortar could easily kill a lot of things here for Ozena and the 3rd Panzer Division. Lucky he did not lose the sniper, say the pack crew right there. It's a lot of troops in a very small amount of terrain or area. Grenadiers forced away. And there go the other one moving in. And there goes looking to perhaps ambush the Panzer 4. Oh, Pak 40 caught. Sniper and MG are in trouble. Stopping the sniper from firing, hoping he can avoid. Enemy fire, but then again, Comets moving in. Oh no! Going to be quite a bit of stealth work there. Oh, he got spotted! 9 Helmut. And there you go. One hell hit there from the T-35 knocks it out. Both T-34s, by the way. Veterans 1 now, could close into Veterans 2. Panzer 4 getting off a series of good shots, in fact closing on Veterans 2. We do note some combat engineers. No fuel caches though, and still a bit of ways off there from another pet of T-35, so again a fuel cache would help with that. Granted, we're only talking at the moment 2 minutes away in terms of fuel. T-35 moving in. Missed. Oh, apparently the Pak 40 can't shoot through there. That's a bit of an odd one. But there you go, the Ace has arrived to support the 3rd Panzer Division. Panzer Battalion has arrived. But there we go. T-35 there, a bit too far out. Took one hell of a hit there from the Tiger Ace. Lots of conscripts clumped around there. Need to get away though. They're easy targets here for the Ace. Or at least he's just trying to crew in the pack. And there we go, ramming. A bit of a bow move considering everything. Not entirely sure that was the wisest. Pack recruit there a bit late though, a bit late. And now of course target here for the Panzer 4, which is by the way reached Veterans E2. An attempt there an anti-tank grenade results in a high explosive round to the face. Panzer 4 should pull back, it's already heavily damaged. And there you go, the conscripts rushing in, maybe looking to get off an anti-tank grenade. Oh, and the Panzer 4 went down, the Schützen did nothing. A tragic loss there for the Reich, a brave Panzer crew taught.
They've opened up on us! AT gun ready! Watch out!
Pak 40 down here. The Ace already with 13 kills. Looks like the conscripts are hoping to get something off against it, but doesn't do much. Still, he's got most of his infantry remaining, though he lost another squad. Plus, of course, he lost both of his tanks. So the Ace is getting repaired.
Mortar crew ready.
Quick rifle grenades there. And our Ace friend here almost repaired once more. Ready to face the enemies of Germany. And Giap is basically not reinforcing his troops, he wants to build up the manpower for this. So of course that means his infantry won't be doing anything. And of course at the same time, on the way to Ozena's forces are shattered, he can probably get away with this since he knows, or can at least suspect, his opponent won't be moving out anytime soon that way. Recruiting the Pak 40 rapidly. Tiger drifting through the deep snow.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
T-35 is moving out. Grenadiers here coming under fire. And looks like the ace is going to react. Blitzing, in fact. And good use of target weak point. He's so rare to see someone actually uses that. That's grand. Grand work there, Ozena. They're rushing here against the road. T-35 forced to pull back. Taking quite a bit of damage. There we go. Mark vehicle up. He could try and button it. But maybe he doesn't have the deep. Oh, he just got it. Quite the hit there from the ace, wiping out half the guards. Score in one high explosive hit. The other T-35 essentially can't move up here without taking heavy damage, in particular since there's very little room for it to sort of stay out of line of fire of the Tiger Ace. So that would be pretty much a suicide mission.
Are now ready for use. Use them to crush the Huns.
Self-repairs going in once more. The ace slowly advancing. We're seeing here clearly not taking any chances, waiting for any support units to at least sort of ensure that he doesn't blindly waltz into enemy fire.
Capturing supply sector.
There are no cowards here.
Nice shot there, Veteran 2. That's only going to make that heavy mortar further lethal.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
There you go, both T-34s fit for the fight. Again.
The guards here.
Where shall Giap move next? In fact, time to pop back here to Ozena. Grenadier squad gets a quick drop there in the conscripts, but a quick Molotov follows up. Grenadiers though seem to make it safely into the farmhouse. Avoiding the worst of the fire, it would seem. And again, the conscripts get a few good hits there. Oh, nice hit there from the Tiger again, wiping out half the guard squad. Takes another kill there. The A's continue to lay down, and there we go. Pack 40 was overwhelmed and decrewed here. Quickly giving Giap there a bit more in terms of anti-tank. Gunners need to fall out of the building though. Would be a tragic loss to lose such solid grenadier. But right now with two T-34s on Pack 40, he should have a chance of taking out the Tiger Ace if he handles his tools correctly. Since the Pack 40 actually has a higher range than the Tiger Ace. Plus if we can get some messages on, that will definitely be a Tiger killer with a higher penetration, in particular also Tiger weak point. There we go. Gets off with nice few hits there. Damage engine. And there we go. Veteran G1 targets a weak point. Looks like he does not go for it. S-Man field up there. Oh! Oh! Damn close there. But he should definitely try and get off a target weak point there on the Tiger Ace. When you do that, that could easily be the end of it. In particular in conjunction with marked vehicle. Instead, the Pack 40 is getting overwhelmed by pioneers. He snuck them in somehow. Clever little bastard.
Infantry contact.
There we go. A pioneer unit lost there. A bit of a shame there for Ozena. They could have been helping there with the Tiger Ace, which is not looking too good either. Then again, if you could creep forward the Pack 40, but no! Assault going in there, and Pack 40 misses. Good job there, Yuri. Another unit down here. Giap is beginning to rather heavily bleed out, but they go Veteran 2, increased rate of fire. Tiger Ace being straight in front on its own, though. unguarded with anything to spot for it. That was a bit of a bad move. They should have put it back then if he was putting back his tanks. Missed opportunity right there. Particularly if he had something to spot for it, he probably could have gone off the target weak point and then taken advantage of the rate of fire. Plus the T-34s could also rush in. I think that was a bit of a tactical misdecision against the Tiger Ace, which gave it the chance there to sort of dominate. In particular now this is all open terrain. There's essentially nothing there for them to hide. They're pretty much easy targets for the Ace. We do see Guard Squad buttoning it up, but at the same time with the target weak point off there, Panther 4 there has a chance of a free shot. This T-34-85 should have gotten out of that, but did not. Instead, another kill for Deutschland. Guard Squad there doesn't suffer crippling losses this time around. Second shot misses, instead racking a big hole in the shed. Panther 4 down. The T-35 got that, but the Ace got that in return. The Tiger Aces keeps up the impressive kill count. And he's being forced away.
Panzerkampfwagen Tiger awaiting orders.
Yes?
Grenadiers reinforced.
It is secure.
Awaiting orders.
Sneaking around there with some mortar coup. Giap's forces though are heavily thrashed at the moment. The Ace definitely done his work, but at the same time Giap's sort of force composition has rather begun to slowly betray him and hurt him out. It's not something that can keep up things in a longer fight versus a much broader composition. Taking back the Pack 40 again, looks like he's in for another pair of T-30-45s. Can he do it?
We have a forward structure under attack.
A swift rifle grenade there. Heavy mortar continues to bombard. I mean, sadly, there's not really been much sign of his commander, otherwise besides the Tiger Ace. I'm a bit sad by that. I mean, had he used it earlier, he could have probably gotten more out of, you know, some troop training, maybe some stun grenades, smoke, or even some Jaeger light infantry upgrades. I'm a bit disappointed in Giap there, to be honest. A bit disappointed. I would have loved to see, you know, maybe a bit of the rest of the commander being utilised there. That's a bit sad. Just a small comment there. Still, it has been sometimes since I've seen elite troops in a commander, so it's not like I'm fully complaining. Just mild disappointment. Gunners here taking quite a bit of thrashing there. Quick rifle grenade. Shatters a bit of ice lightly.
How can we help? Tiger ready.
Conscripts advancing across the ground. The Tiger is proving its lethality with marksmanship, precision, and high explosive rounds. Doing quite a bit of damage there to the conscripts. They got another pair of T-35s. Can they turn things around? Can they win the fight for Germany? Well, not Germany, for Russia. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the NKVD would have a very, very long and unpleasant conversation with the tank crews.
Pioneers.
He could get a Stuke. He could, but he probably won't.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And we're seeing here he's basically sitting around the Tiger Ace and trying to sort of predict where his next strike going to come from, but in that department, Giap is rather making a bit obvious. He's constantly shifting things over towards here. This is his, well, primary fighting point, so as long as he keeps something that he's likely going to be safe, it would seem.
We are losing the sector.
Pushing in towards the centre here, maybe it's a small distraction, but rapidly encountering the wrath of the Ace. Conscripts there, and there we go. Pack 40 taking a few hits from T-35s. Ace shoots away. Pack 40 crew deck. T-34 is supposed to need to be careful. And there we go. Targets a weak point, Helmut. There we go. Always a good ability. Quick anti-tank grenade there. Fails against the 100mm frontal armor onto Tiger. T-35 is moving in. MG42 doing what it can as well. Tiger here, finding some marked vehicle up there. A bit late to get it, I would think. I think that was in fact a bit of a missed opportunity right there from Giap to do some serious damage to the ace. In fact, had he had it earlier, I think he could have had it close to destruction. We do see the medic bunker. No, he's pulling back. Whiteson trying to shoot. Ah, missed opportunity right there. And essentially means that the marked vehicle is going to be a bit wasted, to be honest.
The enemy is down to 75 points.
Pointing down there, troops getting wiped out. Semi wiped down anyways. Not looking too smashing right there. T-35 taking some pretty drastic damage as the ace continues to roll forwards. Giap though is holding on with his rather depleted Soviet tank force. Rifle grenade there, a bit too late. And gonna get pushed away. Both, oh well, one of the T-34s is undergoing repairs, the other one will have to wait for the engineers to move up and put it back together again. So a bit of quiet here.
Press on. The enemy has 25 points remaining. Yes.
MG, oh, Kennedy is covering the centre. I thought the MG42 might be, but that's far away apparently.
We are losing the sector.
Giap stalwartly launching an assault to retake the centre of the village. Veteran fleet for the Guards Infantry. And the Tiger Ace. Firing point blank, only killing one. But, oh, and there we go, next shot really doing some serious damage. T-34, one of them ready to move, the other one still some time off. 52 kills there. And finally getting a Stug. About damn time.
This is German territory, no!
I'll also speed this up a bit.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. The enemy can taste defeat. They only have 10 points remaining.
There we go. Ramming from the rear, getting the engine. And again, keep in mind, ramming now only takes out either the main gun or the engine. Not both. And there goes GG. A splendid fight here, some nice Simorsky action, some elite troops, and some rather different play on Simorsky to be fair. So overall an interesting fight there. Quite nice to see. Although again, I mean, I think one of the major flaws Giap did was basically just play with his commander constantly, nothing else to sort of support it or augment it. Which, I mean, it does have its strength for the game, it also possesses many weaknesses, and again, if your opponent can play versus those weaknesses, you can find yourself a bit lacking, and that's rather what happened here for Giap. I mean, overall, Ozena played with a much more varied force, which rather to a certain extent then negated what Giap was doing, and also rather, particularly the way he played it, rather made it a lot more difficult than for Giap to make further progress half of the time. The T-35 certainly did alright, but at the same time, there were some slight issues then sort of keeping them alive, and certainly building them up, which rather gave Ozena another advantage. And of course, then we have the Tiger Ace. I mean, several times, you know, I think he had a good chance of knocking it out, but every time Giap somehow erred or made another small mistake, which rather gave it the chance. For example, there with the Pack 40, I think that could have been an excellent choice there. With target weak point, he could probably gotten it completely, but that never quite reached. On the other hand, we also, for example, saw Ozena make good use of his target weak point on the ace, which is quite damn good. I mean, otherwise, he could have used him with his commander, whereas compared to him, Giap overall used every single ability, which is alright, nice. Again, I do think it would have benefited had he had a bit more teching going on, rather than just a ton of conscripts, a few guardsmen, a heavy mortar and such. I rather think that limited him too much against a player like Ozena. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this fight. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in replay your own links and such, and that are in the description. Also to my Facebook and my Twitter. And feel free to leave some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane wishing you all a good day.